in such a wonderful country that we each have the right to our own opinions. I don't think there's any other country in the world that allows that. Yet you have some of these Democrats saying that we're an awful country. No, we're not an awful country. You know, try going to Russia or China and talking against the government and see what happens. You won't be out on the street long. My mom's cousin was a missionary to China, and some of the stories she told about how the Chinese police treat average citizens just bothersome. Like she said, they have individuals that are paid by the government to tell on their neighbor. If the neighbor says anything at all against the government, they will show up that neighbor's house in the middle of the night and take them away, and they're never seen from again. We don't do that here. Yeah, we may put you in jail for breaking the law or something, but you know, we don't take you away and you're never seen from or heard from again. And the police, you know, basically say, well, we don't know who you're talking about. We don't know what you're talking about. We don't do that here. You know, there's Russia. You know, Putin has his own hit squad. You know, people don't believe it, but it's a fact. You know, Alexei Navalny was in Europe, not in Russia, in Europe. And two of what was the former KGB officers darted him in the neck, and he was poisoned. And he spent months in the hospital, and he lived through it, and he told his story. And you know, he was in, I believe he was in Germany, and he was planning to run against Putin. And suddenly the Russian police showed up at his door and arrested him, and he showed up a couple of days later in jail, and he died in jail. And they tried to say, oh well, he killed himself, no big deal, move on. But after he was found unalived, his mother requested his body, and they held the body for 14 days before they gave it to her. Hi, how is everyone today? I'm in Montana, in the state of Montana, rather, in the USA. My day is going pretty good, Ollie. How's your day going? So, it just, you know, we take for granted our freedoms here. We take them for granted. And we should not take them for granted. And I'm 65. They taught us in school that your freedoms end at the water's edge. Meaning if you travel to another country, you don't have the same freedoms that we do here in that other country. You have to obey their laws. But apparently they don't teach that anymore. Because you have people going abroad and doing stuff that's allowed to be done here, and then they get put in jail, you know, with a stiff prison sentence, and they say, well, we could do that at home, why can't we do it here? That's the kind of nonsense you have going on. All right, that's what I got for y'all today. I like to keep these under 10 minutes. That way we can talk about a specific topic and just, keep things going along. I will be back on this evening. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.